Okay, go Isaac. Yep.
All right, we're joined now by student athletes Tom Mark and Kadar Waller, and at this time we'll open up for questions.
Tell me about today's games, guys.
As a whole, we ain't produce, and play as we supposed to play, as y'all can see. So that happens. We got punched first, and then they just kept punching. We never replied, and so outcome was what it was.
Tom, especially from yourself and Pierre, the rebounding seemed to be really good today. Can you talk about what you guys worked on in practice that helped you, out-rebound San Diego this weekend?
It's not really something we're working on practice before the game, but it's something we've been working on all summer. We're just trying to execute, do what coach asked us to do. Just hop on the rebound, share the ball, and play defense. We didn't really play great defense, but we was on the rebound, so yeah.
Leaving that first half, you guys cut the lead down to as little as 5 and entered the second half only down by 8, and that's kind of when the floodgates started open. Was there something they were doing differently in the second half that you guys weren't ready for, or?
We weren't guarding the way we were supposed to guard, so of course it'd make it easy on them to score. And then on offense, we were too stagnant, so that's what they did, I guess.
Yeah, I felt like that just they came out the gate scoring and we didn't execute the way we were supposed to execute on defense. And offense wasn't really moving the ball. I didn't think we scored for like the first 8 minutes or something. You just need to play together, move the ball, get better looks than we was getting in the first couple of minutes in the second half.
Kadar, the team's had a lot of injury troubles this year, and with CJ being out for an indefinite amount of time, it seems like there's always going to be a need to have someone else step up and step up today. That was Tom to be the leading scorer. What are you guys hearing from your coaches in practice, in the locker room, about that next man up mentality? Is that what they're preaching to you?
Not necessarily. They preaching, they are preaching next man up. Everybody stay ready. At any moment your number can be called, and when it is called, you got to produce and you got to go out there and play hard. So that's kind of the key focus, that everybody, being ready and playing hard when they get their chance.
And Tom, you both have been through a lot of Big West games, and you know that one game is not going to define your season. So what's it take to kind of reset the mentality and get ready to go back into another Big West game next week?
You got to focus on the next game. We got to come together. You got to play hard. That's really about it. I feel like if you play hard, share the ball, play defense, rebound, then we can get a lot of things done.
Any other questions? Okay, fellas, I think that's all we need from you. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
We're joined now by head coach Mike Scott. Coach, would you please start us with your thoughts on today's game?
Tough one, man. Embarrassing for us, embarrassing for our program. Definitely not indicative of what we've been doing. So it's a tough one for us today.
Coach, heading out of that first half, same thing I just asked your players earlier. Even that first half, you cut the lead down to as little as 5, and then heading to halftime down by 8, and then after that it seemed like the floodgates opened. Was there something that they were doing differently, or do you think it was miscues on your end?
No, I think it was like us not executing well, and that's on me. We've seen the kind of matchup zone that they played before. Davis kind of runs the same thing. We didn't execute the way we needed to execute. So we definitely got to be better. I'll go back and watch the film and kind of look at some other stuff that we didn't do. But then when you don't do that, and then guys just kind of get out in transition because you're taking bad shots, you're taking forced shots, which that's kind of how the score flipped.
AJ George kind of looked like he tweaked his ankle near the end of the game there. Do you think he ended up coming back into the game?
Yeah.
Think he's gonna be good?
Yeah, I think he'll be good. We kind of talked about him and his he got a certain pair of shoes that he needs to wear for the game and stuff like that. So yeah, I think he just came down on another player's foot when he was trying to play defense, and it just rolled over. But it seemed like he was okay. He said that he wanted to go back in the game, so I figured he'd be all right.
Talk about rebounding. You did out rebound UC San Diego, and Pierre specifically, actually, 18 rebounds, pretty close to the CSUB record. What do you have to say about the rebounding effort?
I mean, that was one of the big things in recruiting Pierre, was to kind of help us rebound in the basketball. So I think that's something that Pierre prides himself on, is trying to go get every rebound. We got to get some other guys in there with them, get some double digit rebound. I think Tom did a good job tonight as well on the boards. But yeah, Pierre is one of the guys that always works hard. He shows up every day. He gives us everything he has. And we're continuing trying to develop his game a little bit.
Speaking of double digits, Tom Mark, your leading scorer, also had a double-double on the game. What do you have to say about his play?
Tom has been coming. He's been steady. He's another one that's been injury bug, and trying to get him back in the lineup and trying to get him some shots and get him a little bit more involved in the offense. I thought tonight he was very aggressive, which we need him to be tonight, and which we'll need him to do moving forward. So now, like I told them guys, we got to get a couple guys playing well at the same time so we can kind of flip some of these games and go get some dubs.
Coach, coming into this one, UC San Diego had been kind of inconsistent. Win, loss. They've been going back and forth. Certainly, you guys game planned for them to give you their best. Did you feel like they gave you their best today?
I did. I mean, I thought that the coach does a really good job of having them guys ready and prepared, and I thought them coming off a couple of losses that was kind of similar to what our style of play is and what our how we would like to attack them. Like I said, I just didn't think we executed well offensively, which caused them to get out in transition and score some buckets. When I go back and look at it, I'll see how much they scored on us 5-on-5. But usually that's what happens when we kind of take some bad shots and other team get out in transition, and then that score kind of flips on you.
And so then as you guys look to watch this one way, reset, and to prepare for the next one, I know you guys have Hawaii next week.
Yeah.
What's going to be the biggest message in the locker room and in practice this week as you prepare for that one?
I mean, get better. Obviously, our execution and what teams is going to try to make us do. The last couple of teams, really since Christmas break, teams have been trying to pack the paint on us and kind of keep us out of the paint and keep us from going downhill. And we got to do a better job of moving the basketball and being aggressive and stepping in and taking shots with confidence. But it's something that we'll go back and watch the film. And like I said, tonight was on me, making sure that those guys is ready to execute and being able to coach them through some of that in the moment, live in action.
Can you remind me, are you on the road this week for Hawaii or here at home?
Yeah, we're on the road next week. Got Hawaii on Thursday. I believe we got a bye Saturday, so we're going to play to that following Thursday. So give us some time to kind of hopefully get some guys healthy, get some guys back, and watch this film, watch our last film as well, kind of go over some things in detail, be prepared for Hawaii.
Any other questions for Coach? All right, Coach, I think that's all we need.